All right, Team Jellyfish, Music Theory Monday number 9. Crazy, I can't believe this. So I'm going to do a little playing example to show you how to connect the dots at the end. We've got 4 pages here. I'm going to just quickly go through these, then we'll get you on your way. I want you to start applying this. It's going to be like a little quiz in here too. I want you to drop in the comments if you got the answer to it, all right? So this first page is going to be the little slice of the circle of fifths, and we're going to be in the key of A flat major. Here in the top right, you'll see I use this little tool to circle it. There's 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. The fancy name is Ionian, so that just means major scale. Now, in the middle of the circle of fifths, we have to have the interval from A flat to E flat. So that'd be the 1 chord to the 5 chord. And you're going to see on page 2 here in just a minute how this all plays out. And this is what you're going to want to put into action too. So A flat to E flat is a perfect fifth. Remember the interval, just the distance between 2 notes. So it's funny, week 1, we've been going all the way around the wheel. And this week we went from D flat to A flat. That's a perfect fifth. Now we're in the key of A flat. Really important. You see where I'm circling here, the F? It's in pink. That's the relative minor. So think about it this way. Here's something you can do. Play an A major chord progression, which I'll show you on page 2 how to do that, and then play like an F minor pentatonic, and you'll see how that just flows together. And that's how you build it up. You got to build that foundation before the house, okay? So all these charts are downloadable, linked below. Drop me a comment, drop me questions, hit the like button, subscribe, you know all that jazz. All right, here's the important part. A flat major scale written now, okay? Here's the notes, which also equate to the chords. And in a major scale, the 1 chord is always major, so we'll have A flat major. The 2 chord, which I wrote in pink, lowercase Roman numeral 2, B flat minor. Then the 3 chord is minor, C minor. Then we have D flat major, the 4 chord. Here's your fifth, E flat, so A flat to E flat, that's a perfect fifth. And then F minor is your relative minor, and then there's your half diminished, your minor 7 flat 5. We're not going to worry too much about that fancy chord. All right, now down here in the lower left, you see I wrote out all the chords, which essentially are the triads, the 3 notes. And I'll link a really good video at the end of this alongside the Music Theory Monday playlist. I show you how to play all 12 major triads on all 4 string sets, and I made charts for you. Okay, and you'll see how my color coding is very consistent. So let me show you this, because you're going to need this to pass the quiz. I've done this in most of the weeks. If you want to build the 1 chord, watch this. You see the 3 notes are A flat, C, E flat. You just start on the first note, A flat, and you skip the next note, and then here's your third, C. And then you skip the next note, and you land on E flat. So look at that, A flat, C, E flat. That's how you build the A flat major chord, the 1 chord. What if I want to build the 6? What if I want to build F minor, right? The minor, relative minor. Well, it's F, A flat, C. Watch. Again, start on the F. You skip this one, so you got to go back around to the beginning. There's your A flat. Skip this one, and then you go to C. So it's F, A flat, C. There, look at, there it is. Boom, okay? So maybe pick a couple of these chords or write out the whole scale. Now, just for fun, I did add the formula for a major scale by whole and half steps. That's really good. You can kind of visualize that in your head. And then I just wrote out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because, you know, some of you guys talk that Nashville numbering system where you're like, hey, play a 1, 4, 5. And if you're in the key A flat, what's that mean? Well, A flat, D flat, E flat. Again, take it easy on yourself. This is a deep, lifelong language, right, that you're going to just be learning forever. It's nothing but a series of aha moments, all right? So here I want to give you 2 different A flat major scales, but check this out. They both start from the same exact root position here on the 4th fret on the low E. Now this one is amazing because I'll show you in the playing example at the end, and you get to do with it what you choose. Use your musicality, use your musicianship to create it. But A flat, then you got your B flat minor chord, you got your C minor chord. Now obviously this is 1 note, but you could play the full bar chord, and that's what I'm going to kind of show you in the playing example. Here's your 4 chord, D flat, E flat. There's your relative minor, F minor. Here's your half diminished, minor 7 flat 5, and then I just like to write out the octave, all right? But check that out, like A flat to E flat, there's your interval, right? That's a perfect 5th interval. And intervals are all over the neck, right? And again, that's what great musicians do. We use a combination of chords, intervals, triads, little melodic fills, melody, harmony. That's just all music is. And then it's the rhythm, right? Rhythm is the foundation of everything too. Now, I did put 3rd fret and 12th fret, even though the fret markers are very clear. 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 2 dots for the 12th. And here's the last major scale. Again, check it out. Root notes starting right there on the 4th fret on the low E. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and A flat. And again, I show you which chords would be minor. It's really usable. If we go back to this chart, and then I'll wrap this up and I'll put you over to the playing side where I show you a couple of examples. This one's so great because if you think about it, you can nail the first 6 chords of the scale right up on the low E and the A string. Because that's where, let's face it, when we start learning guitar, these are the 2 lowest fundamental notes on the guitar, hence they're great root notes. So you could play like an A flat major bar chord. You could play a B flat minor bar chord. You could play a C minor bar chord. You could go here, play like a D flat power chord. You could play an E flat power chord. Here you could play a full F minor bar chord. You could also branch off of this and over here play an F minor pentatonic, and then you'd really be up and running. So what I'll do here at the end is I'm going to go between this scale and this scale. I'll create a couple of chord progressions. And again, how do I know that? Well, I could run it right here in this major scale. I could just run straight up the neck on the E and A strings, doing that. Or right here, write it out. So you need to burn in your brain. Always use the major scale as the blueprint for everything you do. The 1 chord is always major, hence that uppercase Roman numeral. The 2 and 3 are minor, the 4 and 5 are major, the 6 is minor, and the 7 is the minor 7 flat 5. But I try and put all the colors very consistent. So from week to week, and when I do lessons building this out in the future, that it makes sense to you and you can connect the dots. That's really what I want you to do. Can happen in one day. So if you can walk away with one thing today, just see if you can learn how to make all of the chords in the scale. And I showed you, it's literally that easy. Like watch one more time and then I'll wrap this up and get over to the playing part. If I want to make a C minor chord, a triad, right? The 1, 3, 5, I just go C, skip that one, I go E flat, skip that one, I go G. So it must be C, E flat, G. You know what? And boom, there it is. 3 chord is so. And if you actually take this and put it on the neck, then you're really going to have all these light bulb aha moments. Okay? So download all these pages. There's your slice of the circle of fifths for the key of A flat. Remember, 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Your fancy modal name, Ionian, which means major. And we're going to keep moving around the wheel. So guess what? Where will we be next week? E flat major. And we're almost all the way around. And then we got to really figure out what to do. All right, you guys got this. Keep going. See you in the playing part. And then get all these charts, download them, linked in the description. Hit like, hit subscribe. You guys know the drill. Okay, that was a lot. But check this out. Grab the charts, linked in the description. Drop any comment, any questions you have. But the first one is like this. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and then back to A flat. Then the second major scale, A flat major, I wrote out. The thing is that the root note starts in the same spot, but I play it like this. Just look at the chart and you'll get it. Again, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, back to A flat. Now here's what you can do. Look at that first one where I play it like this. You can walk the first 6 chords in the major scale up on the E and A string, meaning like this. Watch, here's A flat. We're gonna go right up. A flat, I'm gonna do bar chords or 5 chords. A flat major, then I go up here, B flat, minor, C minor, okay? Then here's your 4, D flat, the 5, E flat, and then the relative minor, super important, F minor. And that's actually your homework. I want you to write out, drop in the comments, how do you make an A flat major chord, triad? I wrote out the triads on page 2 of this charts. And then how do you make an F minor chord? So here's something you can do to put it into practice, and then you guys will go on your way and figure it out. It's your job to be musical. But maybe something like where we take, let's take this second major scale I gave you, the last page in the charts, okay? And let's do a little chord progression and then play like a little lick out of that major scale. So maybe let's do the good old 1 to 6, okay? Maybe we'll go like 1 to 6 to a little lick. right there, I just walked up the octave out of the major scale. Dun, dun. And this is what music is. When you start going to the next level, it's these tiny little moves like that. It's never like this crazy huge move you make. It's a cumulative process. That's why guitar is a journey. So maybe we do something like, maybe we create a lick first out of the major, one of those major scale positions, and then we go into a chord progression. So what if we just do a good old 1, 4, 5, okay? All right, I just did a little inversion there. So that's enough. You guys got some homework to do. Just take this slow. Be easy on yourself. It doesn't happen overnight. I'm still learning too. So if I mess something up, definitely point it out. Sometimes my eyes go cross-eyed when making the charts. But also, I want you to check out the video I linked at the end here. I show you how to play all major triads, all 12 and all 4 string sets. And then I'll link the playlist to the Music Theory Monday. Grab the charts for the triads, start learning all this theory stuff, and I'm serious, your playing is gonna be unstoppable. So, you're not gonna be sitting there thinking, but you're gonna have a reference or a framework, and it'll just start flowing. You'll see it start happening, and that's where the excitement comes from being a guitar player or a musician. It's just so cool when you have those light bulb moments, and they'll never end, no matter how long you played. I've been playing 32 years now, and I'll still find things that I wish I would have seen years ago, but on the flip side, it's really cool too. All right, so remember, only you can stop you. Let me know how you're digging these Music Theory Monday videos. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. You guys, all of you, hit the like button just so we can kick it out and help as many people as possible, and that's the whole reason we started the channel. Drop jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments, and drop where you're watching from. I love learning about our community. All right, see you in the next one. Peace.